Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is episode 1 of JUJUTSU Kaisen. So I don't know that much about this show. I know it's produced by Mappa, who did a great job with season 4 of Attack on Titan. I know that it's a battle shonen, so I kind of have an idea of what to expect. I've kind of seen some of the character designs just through, pop culture. So I'm not really sure what to expect. I know that it's kind of monsters or demons or something and people fighting against them. I've seen some of the character designs. So I know there's Gojo, who's the guy with the kind of white hair and a mask over his eyes. And I know what the main character looks like, kind of the pink hair, and he has like a form or something where he has face tattoos. I don't know, there's a panda. That's all I know. So I think let's just get into it. There's not much really to talk about beforehand, so let's just hop in. Before I start, be sure to check out the Patreon. Over there you'll find 1 week early access and full-length timer-based reactions. And just before I start, this isn't a market substitute. Please support the original release. There'll be cuts and pauses where I talk through, so don't expect to see the whole episode here. Okay, let's get into it. So that's Gojo, that's what I know, and this main character. Oh, so Jujutsu is like a school. So I'm guessing the tattoos are when he's in like another form. That's why he's locked up. He has like a form inside of him, kind of Naruto like. Okay, this is the opening. Mappa likes to use their 3D. I saw with that fish as well. I've seen the outro as well through social media. I know it's a bop. Yeah, I've seen her around as well. And the panda. Yeah, so there's like demons that are invisible to normal people or something. And he's got an altered form. Yeah, I've heard this before. I've seen that guy as well who has the kind of circles on his lips. Itodori. Is Itodori the name of the town in Your Name? I feel like it is. This reminds me of Mob Psycho 100 when they have the psychic club. Let the body improvement club players get over. Does Itodori have it or something? Really? Okay, so he's strong.
ないと心霊スポット行けないじゃん。
好きだから怖いのよ。
それにうち前世とこい呪物の気配。おいお前。早すぎんだろ。じゃなきゃ見舞いなんて来ねえよ。
よし、じゃあ暇な俺の話を聞け。
興味ねえし。
いいかいの両親のことだ
だ
な。
から興味ねえって。
His parents must have had something to do with his abilities.
お前は大勢に囲まれて死ね。俺みたいに。
Hmm.
じいちゃん。
はい、どうされました？もしもし、虎杖さん？
Is he gone?
じいちゃん死にました。
He never said about his parents either.
こういうの初めてなんでまだ実感湧かないかな。
It takes a while to sink in.
こんがり焼き
1万人を超える。そのほとんどの原因は
10,000 year average. Is there records of that?
お前が信じるかどうかはどうでもいい。それが事実だ。続けるぞ。
So are the monsters called curses?
膨大なそいつ死ぬぞ。
He's his two friends.
取れないわね。
わざわざ忍び込んでやることか。電気つけようぜ。
ダメ。
の指？
お札ってそんな簡単に取れんの？
いや、磁力のない人間にはまず無理だ。普通はな。
右近道だ。
今回のは中のものが強すぎる。
This guy's keeping up with him. He's supposed to be fast, isn't he? Itodori.
呪いなんて今。
何？あの化け物。井口。よかった。
Oh, is he? So there's multiple monsters about.
食っていいぞ。
あいつに言われた通り待つだけなのか。俺は
No, you gotta go in and help.
そいつ死ぬぞ。
He must have some sort of hidden powers that are going to manifest.
死ぬのは。
呪いの数が増えてきた。近いな。
Hmm.
虎杖。
じいちゃんは正しく死ねたと思うよ。こっちのは間違った死だ。
Did he get both of them? Oh.
痛いとこだが、よくやった。
なんで偉そうなの？ちなみにあっちで呪いバクバク食ってるのは？
俺の式神だ。見えてんだな。
Shikigami. Sounds like Shinigami.
旧呪物両面宿儺の指だ。もろとも食われなかったのは
Ruins. That's the name of the episode.
不思議だ。
Fushiguro.
呪いは呪いでしか払えない。お前じゃ勝てないんだ。
悪いんだよ。それにな。
No, that's cool with the text coming out of it as well.
バカ、俺によこせ。お前も食われるぞ。
Did he just get some of it in his mouth?
より強い磁力を得るためだ。
Okay, he's good. That's how he gets his powers.
ああ、やはり光は生 まで感じるに限るな。
人の体で何してんだよ。返せ。
お前、なんで
So he has some control over it. Okay, so that was episode 1. So we're introduced to Itodori, who he shares his name with the town from Your Name, right? That the town was called Itodori. So we have this occult club, this school club, where it reminds me a lot of the paranormal club from Mob Psycho 100. There's quite a few things here that kind of remind me of other shows. You know, the whole idea of him having something else within him is kind of like Naruto or kind of Attack on Titan and Tokyo Ghoul, where they have these supernatural powers, but they're human as well. You know, it's kind of a common shonen trope. Yeah, kind of the whole curses thing very much reminds me of Mob Psycho 100, even in some of the character designs. This kind of final monster reminds me of the monster that they fought in the tunnel with the bikers. But we've already seen that Itadori, he's very strong and very fast, much more than a normal human, because he was able to hold his own a bit against these curses just on his physical strength. And we saw the grandpa mention there's something he needs to mention about Itadori's parents. So I imagine that's where these kind of supernatural powers that he already has come from. I thought that kind of the powers would awaken within him during this fight, but it turns out that he eats this finger that belongs to this curse. I'm not sure on the name. And then the curse kind of possesses him, but he can hold it back somewhat. And from what the curse says, he says there's lots of humans here. It will be a massacre. This curse is what its kind of goals are. It seems like maybe it's just murder. It's just like out for blood. But there has to be some sort of collaboration between the two people. Kind of reminds me of Greed and Ling from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood a bit. So there was a Fushijaro who's kind of already I don't know if they have a name, an exorcist. He showed up and was looking for these cursed items, so I imagine a lot of the show will be going around and finding cursed items and exorcising them. And he said he was from JUJUTSU Academy, so that must be where the show gets his name from. And he had these kind of dog powers, so kind of summons and things, I guess. The animation was really nice. I think I prefer this kind of mappa style in this context rather than Attack on Titan, because Attack on Titan already had an established style that they drifted away from in season 4. And there was problems with that, with kind of the time frame, because I know Mappa does some CGI, and in Attack on Titan they didn't really have the time to flesh that out. But here, all the animation looked really nice. Even some of the 3D elements, they blended in quite well with the style. There was I think the finger was actually CGI, and some of the monsters probably were, but it was quite hard to tell. It was really well executed. There's not really a lot to go off kind of predicting from this first episode. It's just that I imagine Itadori will join this Jujutsu Academy. From I've mentioned before, I know there's a character called Gojo, and he seems to be like a teacher character, so there has to be something to come and intervene, because it looks like Fushiguro was about to exercise Itadori, so there has to be some sort of intervention there that stops that from happening. They just kind of left that on a cliffhanger. Yeah, there's not much really to talk about on a first episode like this. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and a comment, or even subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, and be sure to check out the Patreon. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.